under our administration, and these are the following. One, Housing Facilitation and Linking Program, and that is Piso Mo, Bahay Ko. Two, Resource Mobilization Program, that is Likod Agapay Maralita, LAM. Three, the Urban Poor Data Generation Program, that is the PCUP satellite offices. And last, Collaboration and Partnership Program with our slogan, Pangunahing serbisyo na kailangan, PCUP, Ambassador ang katuwang. Majority of these programs will entail the participation of the private sector, which is one of the 10-point agenda through a public-private partnership. This encourages private sector engagement and investment for the benefit of the public above all. Our clients, the urban poor, are so unique as it encompasses almost all sectors. The labor sector, senior citizens, women's sector, children, and even the PWDs. What they share is that they fall within the purview of the definition of underprivileged and homeless, whose lives we should upbeat through our respective poverty alleviation programs. One of the major landmark interventions for urban poor is the institutionalization of the Bread Abolition Conference. Prior to the provision of police assistance for the PCUP sits as the facilitator in these PDCs. In the course of this facilitation, we have encountered several concerns in its implementation and the compliance of the mandatory requirement of the Urban Development and Housing Act of 1982, the whut, in the conduct of demolition and eviction. These are the common issues in the conduct of PDC and court-ordered demolition and eviction. There is no available regulation or resettlement site. Two, there is no appropriation for financial assistance amounting to prevailing minimum wage multiplied by 60 days, or the amount is not in accordance with the prescribed amount provided by the law. Nakakaawa po ang urban po natin. These are just some of the identified concerns. Later in the course of our discussion in the open forum, there were other common issues we have encountered in our PDCs. In honor of the urban poor, the PCUP will be celebrating the National Urban Poor Solidarity Week on December 7, 2022, pursuant to Presidential Proclamation number 367, which will be participated in by more or less 2,000 urban poor. We will be showing you too the number of participants of each local government unit. We are hoping that we can show that we are in solidarity with them, with your support to this activity. I hope that today, through this forum, inspire us for better discussion, better ideas on ways of making the urban poor no longer vulnerable, but are secure in their lives. In terms of housing and economic opportunities towards our vision of an empowered and sustainable communities and partners of both local and national governments in nation building. We cannot do it alone. Let us work together. Together we can do more. Together we can better the lives of our urban poor. My dear friends, this LGU forum is produced with a pure heart from PCUP family. With that, I would like to welcome you all again to this forum and thank you so much.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Jordan Jr. To present before us the PCUP ballot programs for 2022 and onwards, let us all watch this. Lights off, please.
PCUP banner programs. This is a program initiative of Undersecretary Elpidio Jordan Jr. Housing Facilitation and Linking Program. Piso ko bahay mo, PCUP ang susi nito. This is a housing program initiative for our homeless urban poor families, especially those affected by court-ordered demolition and eviction. This encourages participation of the private sector for assistance by providing lots where houses may be built with complete amenities that would be enjoyed by our urban poor families, addressing their security in housing tenure. It recognizes the increasing role that businesses have been playing in local development by going beyond mere corporate social responsibility. There is a growing realization that doing business with social impact is possible, which is blurring the gap between conventional territories of development players and businesses. This is particularly critical in sectors such as housing and urban development that have the potential to create significant social impact by tremendously improving conditions of life, productivity, and health of low-income communities. Resource Mobilization Program. Lingkod Agapay Maralita Program. The Lingkod Agapay Maralita Program is geared towards addressing the economic need of urban poor families by encouraging savings mobilization among them. In partnership with the private sector, the program also aims to build up opportunities for livelihood and employment, housing, and other concerns of the community. The program will serve as the light, so to speak, in building bridges of collaboration. An example of which are the products of urban poor who are beneficiaries of the PCUP Capability Building Program, where they will have the opportunity to showcase their products in malls and other venues. Urban Poor Data Generation. PCUP Satellite Offices. The PCUP, in partnership with local government units, will be creating satellite offices in cities and municipalities in the NCR, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This aims to strengthen its intervention in urban poor communities in partnership with the local urban poor affairs offices, establish its database, which will be useful to both the PCUP and the LGUs in developing plans, programs, and projects, and formulating policies for advocacy in both local and national level beneficial to the urban poor. Collaboration and Partnership Program. Pangunahing serbisyo ng kailangan, PCUP Ambassador ang katuwang. PCUP Goodwill Ambassadors Program. These are men and women from the business sector, the academe, non-government organizations, and the like, who share PCUP's vision of empowered and sustainable communities of urban poor families, who volunteers their services and time to promote the Presidential Commission for the Urban Poor, its programs, and they look for other partners that may provide assistance and services geared towards filling the gaps in alleviating the plight of urban poor families from poverty and ensure that they will become economically productive as partners in nation building.
Lights on, please.
Ating pong natunghayan ang AVP para po sa ating PCUP banner programs na siyang tinuran din po ng ating tagapangulo kanina. So, bago po tayo tumungo doon sa ating isang parte ng ating programa on the pagbibigay ng briefer on pre-demolition conference, please allow me and Alan, my partner, na sabihin sa inyo na meron po tayong mga programa, isa na rito, kung inyo pong natunghayan ang inyong mga kids, na rin po nakasaad na meron pong tulong na maaaring ibigay para po sa ating urban poor sector, katuwang ang ating mga partners sa local government units and the national government units. Ito po ang pinagbagatang pondo ng pangarap kong proyekto at paano makakamit ito. So as to how, siguro po mabibigyan din tayo ng ilang mga pananalita or yung mechanics nito kung paano. Subalit ito muna ay pagtutulong-tulungan natin ng ating mga partners na narito, Chair, no? At mga commissioners ng mga LGUs and national government agencies, kasama na of course ang ating urban poor sector. And si Sir Alan, meron po siyang listahan ng ating mga lawyers bago natin tawagin ang ating isa sa pinakamagiting na abogado ng ating komisyon.
The chairman asked me to recognize our lawyers as they will strengthen the management of PCUP. Please rise as I call your name. Attorney Christopher Antona. Attorney James Apulpan. Attorney Ernest Iman, the Chief of Mindanao Operations. Where are you? Stand back. Attorney Carl Cartedrilla. Hello, sir. Attorney Juliel Basay. Yes, sir. And Attorney Steve Santillan. Of course, we have our Commissioner for Luzon, Attorney Andre Nicolataya. So there we have it, the set of lawyers of PCUP.
Thank you, Sir Alan, my partner. Siyempre po, hindi pababayaan ng komisyon ang lahat ng mga nagsisitulong po para sa ating malalitang tagalungsod. Sama-sama po natin gagawin yan. And everyone, dalawa na po tayo sa pagbibigay naman ng briefer on the Pre-Demolition Conference o ang PDC. But before we call on our next presenter, Sir Alan, let us first give some backgrounder on PDC. Everything po ang PCUP is jam-packed with various clients mula sa iba't ibang dako ng Pilipinas. Dahil alam po natin lahat na ang PCUP ay nationwide. Meron po tayong mga satellite offices or field offices sa iba't ibang lugar ng buong kapuluan ng Pilipinas. Isa na po rito ang masusing pagkandak nga ng pre-demolition conferences ng ating magigiting na mga field workers or our very own area coordinators together with our mga hepe ng ating mga FODs. Sila mismo ang direktang katuwang ng ating local executives patungkol po sa mga programa para sa sektor, particular nga po on PDC concerns. Everyone, may we call on our very own Attorney Ferdinand C. Iman. He is also the Chief of Medical ng ating Field Office Division for Mindanao.
Thank you, Ma'am Grace. Good afternoon po, everyone. My courtesies to our Chairman and CEO of the Presidential Commission for the Urban Poor, Undersecretary LPG Jordan Jr., our active commissioners, Commissioner Ray Galupo, Commissioner Remedios Chan, Commissioner Paulo Wangko, and of course, Commissioner Attorney Andre Nicolataya. So, for the next 10 minutes given to me as my slot, I'll be discussing presenting the brief of the pre-demolition conference. In brief, I'll discuss what is pre-demolition conference, its purpose, and its coverage. Pre-demolition conference is simply a conference required by the Philippine National Police before we approve the request for police assistance in the implementation. I'm sorry. It is simply an interagency conference required by the Philippine National Police before it will approve request for police assistance in the implementation of administrative or court order involving the underprivileged and homeless citizen. So if the demolition and eviction does not involve underprivileged and homeless citizen and their dwellings, demolition conference is not applicable. So kailangan needed ito pag poor families at saka ang gigibain ay ang kanilang dwelling. So what is the purpose of PDC? Pre-demolition conference is intended to stop or if not stop, minimize violence during the implementation of demolition and eviction, and to help ensure that the constitutional and the statutory requirements of just a humane demolition and eviction is complied with or observed by the implementers of demolition and eviction. Our government, especially the executive department, is employing different means to ensure that our urban poor are afforded the just and humane demolition and eviction process in comes sa kanilang demolition by employing first the local housing board as clearance before all demolition and eviction will be implemented. May clearance yan sa local government. And then, kung ma-implement na, meron pa another mechanism to ensure itong pre-demolition conference. No? Pinag-uusapan during the PDC kung ano yung pwedeng maitulong sa ating urban poor sector na maapektuhan ng demolition at eviction. At paano gagawin o implement ang demolition and eviction na hindi masyadong malakas ang impact sa kanilang economic sa socio-economic na kanilang status ng kanilang buhay. So ito po yun ang purpose ng pre-demolition conference. Kailangan siya before approval of police assistance. Kung maka-implement ang proponent ng demolition, the court or the sheriff or the local government without police assistance, then PDC may not be required. But I doubt if the demolition and eviction can be easily implemented, lalo na pag marami, without police assistance. So, ito yung pre-demolition conference. I will also discuss in brief what Presidential Commission for the Urban Poor has been doing for the past 10 years, no, as the presiding officer or the facilitator of pre-demolition conference. It all started in 2012. Although pre-demolition conference is already spelled out in the implementing guidelines of RA 779, pre-demolition conference as a requirement for police assistance came about in 2012 when the DILG Secretary, then Secretary Jess Robredo, wrote to the PNP directing them to require pre-demolition conference before they will approve requests for police assistance in the implementation of demolition and eviction from the court or from the local government units or other agencies of the government authorized to implement demolition. Simultaneously, a letter was also sent to us, to the Presidential Commission for the Urban Poor by the DILG, requesting the PCUP to preside all the pre-demolition conferences all over the country. When the IRR of EO 69, Executive Order number 69, was issued to implement the EO 69, which strengthens the Presidential Commission for the Urban Poor on March 29, 2012, the pre-demolition conference as part of the PCUP's function is already spelled out in the IRR of Executive Order number 69. The next year, in 2013, the first PDC guidelines was signed by the DILG, PCUP, PNP, and the President of League of Cities and League of Municipalities. No? Ito po yung first PDC guidelines na na-recognize ng DILG, PNP, at saka League of Cities and League of Municipalities ang pre-demolition conference. From then on, we were already conducting pre-demolition conference. Although hindi pa siya na strongly advocated sa local government unit kasi hindi pa that strong ang advocacy, hindi pa that strong ang pag-observe at pag-comply ng pre-demolition conferences requirement. No? So in 2014, Memorandum Circular number 2014-82, dated July 17, 2014, issued by the DILG, requiring directing all the governors, city and municipal mayors, the provincial and municipal DILG officials to observe the pre-demolition conference as a requirement in the conduct of demolition and eviction for purposes of police assistance. So in these guidelines, the conduct of PDC is being done by the Field Operations Division. Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And then the disposition of the cases after the conduct of PDC is also made by the Chief of Operations. For example, at that time, I was the Chief of Operations in Mindanao. After the PDC, I'll just write to the PNP that tapos na yung PDC. We have already convened an interagency meeting to discuss the needs of the urban poor families affected by demolition. And then, I just write to the PNP na tapos na ang PDC. And then, yung application ng sheriff for request for police assistance, ina-approve na nila yun. In 2017, came the new administration during the time of PRRD. The new chairman, PCUP chairman, Attorney Terry Lidon, made some modification of the process of PDC. Ang sa kanya, he made a memo number 005 number 17, ang sa kanya time is required na ang certification of availability of the settlement or relocation or certification of availability of financial assistance before ang PCUP mag-endorse ng approval of police assistance. So dito, although na-strengthen yung protection ng urban poor na hindi matutuloy yung demolition because walang police assistance, although na-strengthen yung medyo maraming delta ngayon. Kasi we are aware na maraming local government units are not ready sa mga court order demolition. No? Bigla lang lalapit yung mga tao na hihingi ng resettlement na location. Tapos hindi ready ang local government kasi hindi naman alam na may incoming court order demolition. So, local government, hindi ang PCUP maka-issue ng certificate of availability of relocation or financial assistance, hindi matutuloy yung demolition. Parang naging deadlock, parang naging cause ng bottleneck ang PCUP. Although, we are just trying to protect the urban poor families na mga apektuhan. We want to ensure na may, kung qualified sila, may mabibigay na resettlement or relocation or financial assistance. So kung walang certification, walang endorsement to PNP, walang police assistance, mahirap ang demolition or eviction ma-implement. So that time, so ang daming complaint against us, maraming mga, syempre ang landowners, ang mga sheriff would question, bakit hindi mag-issue of PCUP tapos nyo naman ang PDC, di ba? Kasi in the first place, we only facilitate and preside the conduct of pre-demolition conference. But now, and then after we conduct, we notify the PNP na tapos na. But now we know, parang sinususpend ang PDC until may maibigay na resettlement na location. So naging issue siya. And then, came the year 2019, meron na namang resolution na na-issue ang set of commissioners, ang set of commission na mas naging stringent pa siya na dapat ang area coordinator na nandoon sa area mag-certify under oath na meron talagang relocation and resettlement. Based naman din itong certification na to sa commitment ng local government unit. Kung nag-certify ang AC ngayon ng availability as certified by the local government unit, time comes when the demolition na andyan na, hindi maibigay, questionin naman ang area coordinator na under oath ka, you have certified na may relocation at saka or financial assistance but walang ibinibigay ang local government unit. So, medyo problema. No? And then, ang certificate ng PCUP, ng PDC certificate is valid only for 90 days. Pagkatapos ng 90 days, hindi ma-implement, PDC ulit, all na naman different government agencies. Dito, parang well-protected talaga yung urban poor families. No? Stringent masyado ang safeguard ng PCUP. Although, because we have encountered so many issues, no? So many questions, so many cases against us. No? In 2019, nag-issue ng another commission and bank resolution a resolution revoking Resolution number 05/2019, yung magse-certify ang area coordinator sa magse-certify ang PCUP ng available na settlement allocation. Kasi parang hearsay kasi, nag-certify ang basis ng certification ng PCUP is based on the certification ng local government, which it may not be complied, no? Hindi possible na hindi siya nagagawa dahil mayroong mga problema na encounter, that is possible. So inayos siya, mayroong comment back resolution revoking, and then clarify yung guidelines ng PCUP. So tuloy na naman yung pre-demolition conference. Came COVID-19 pandemic. Good chairman, PCUP chairman Alvin S. Feliciano, siya nakaharap ng time ng PDC, he issued a memorandum temporarily suspending all pre-demolition conferences. So, in a way na ma-prevent namin ang demolition ng ating mga urban poor families during pandemic, we suspended the conduct of PDC. No? Walang PDC. First, is very difficult to convene ang ating mga participants sa PDCs because of the protocol ng social gathering. And then, second, of course, di ba, stay at home tayo, according to Chairman Feliciano. Stay at home tayo. Paano tayo mag-stay at home kung wala na tayong bahay? So, we nasuspend ang pre-demolition conference. Although, nang bumalik na yung, suspend na yung GILG Memorandum Circular na nag-direct ng pag-clearing ng mga road right of way during pandemic, when it was lifted, may verbal instructions to Chairman Alvin Feliciano doon sa amin, sa Chief of Operations ng buong PCUP na i-lift na yung suspension. So although walang na-issue na suspension si Chairman Alvin Feliciano, but verbal instruction lang niya sa field operations, we continue na naman yung pag-conduct ng pre-demolition conference. Although, pagdating sa central office, kasi under the guidelines, previous guidelines, all the issuance of certificates will be coming from the chairman. No? Ang groundworks sa ACs, then the Bureau of Field Operations Division, and then we forward it to the legal office, and then to the chairman before ma-issue ang certificate. So it's so lengthy. No? Kaya during pandemic, umabot kami ng ang daming cases na pending, ang daming na-disappoint ng mga sheriff, sa court, especially mga plaintiff, dahil na suspend yung pag-process ng kanilang pre-demolition conference. Now, dumating ang bagong administration with the leadership of our good chairman, Chairman PG Jordan Jr. Siya ngayon ang nakasagupa ng sa katutak na pending pre-demolition cases. No? As kami nasa field operations, kami ang napafile ng mga cases dahil matagal ang action. Now, when the new administration came, gusto i-address itong problem na to. So, Chairman issued the 2022 PDC Interim Guidelines. Ang interim guidelines po is to address yung mga nakabinbin, daming nakabinbin ng mga PDC cases para ma-actionan siya agad. And these interim guidelines will be effective only until the new set of commissioners shall have reviewed kung ano yung dapat ayusin sa mga previous guidelines, and then makapag-issue na sila ng panibagong guidelines na mas simplified at mabilis ang process. So, with the interim guidelines, ito po yung ngayon na process ng pre-demolition conference. PDC as the last series of safeguards in complying with the government's commitment under the Constitution, the International Covenant, and Urban Development and Housing Act on the right to adequate housing. As I said, ito po yung last na mechanism to protect the underprivileged and homeless in time na impending na talaga yung demolition nila. In exigency of service and for speedy disposition of PDC cases, USEC and PTOR Jordan Jr. issued this entire guideline on September 7, 2022. The actual conduct of conference has not changed. Ganun pa rin yung process, but it adopted a semi-decentralized processing of documents. No? Binabalik na niya ngayon sa Field Operations Division ang pag-dispose ng PDC. Generally, in general, sa pag-conduct ng PDC at pag-issue ng notice to the PNP na tapos na ang PDC. So, for the requesting for PDC schedule, the sheriff or the local government or the plaintiff fills up a written request submitted to the area coordinator concerned kung saan i-implement yung demolition with the attached requirement. Ganun pa rin. Yung kung administrative ang demolition, no, extrajudicial or LGU ang magpapademolish, of course, merong clearance from the local housing board at saka merong administrative order ng demolition. And then for the court order, of course, yung court writ of demolition or final judgment of the court. Second, the AC conducts validation in the area, usually together with the LGU, either the MSWDO or the Poor Affairs Office, conducts socioeconomic survey to determine whether the affected families are indigent or underprivileged or not. No? Kasi if not, under these interim guidelines, the field operations division sa local level can now write an exemption letter of the case to the PNP. No? Ang case. Before, dadaan pa sa legal, dadaan pa sa Office of the Chairman before mag-issue ng certificate na exempt sa pre-demolition conference. Medyo matagal siya kahit ang i-demolish na property is vulcanizing siya, no? Or hindi dwelling, or ang i-demolish na property building ng malaking negosyante. Dadaan pa sa process. So now, with the new interim guidelines, sa Field Operations Division na lang, mag-picture lang ng area coordinators, tsaka ma-verify na hindi siya covered, hindi underprivileged and homeless and affected family, at saka hindi dwelling ang i-demolish. There is no need for pre-demolition conference. Local na siya. And then, actually, na-discuss ko na ito. Next slide. So, for cases not requiring PDC, no, yung exempted case, the termination of non-cooperation will be carried out by the FODs. For non-dwelling structures, yung abandoned structures, yung vacant lots, kasi yung possession na yung i-install, photos, documents, those files. No? Sheriffs are not supposed to request PDC on these cases. Pero minsan, ang PNP hindi nagbibigay ng police assistance kung walang go signal from the Presidential Commission for the Urban Poor. Naniniguro na rin ng mga police na ano muna kayo, magpa-exempt muna kayo sa PCUP bago kami So kahit malalaki na yung building na i-demolish, minsan napipilitan yung mga sheriff that they will go to PCUP and request for exemption. And then, for cases subject to pre-demolition conference, yung mga affecting dwellings ng ating urban poor, tsaka cases affecting urban poor families. Cases involving not exceeding 20 families may be acted upon by the FODs through transmittal of PDC report and other relevant documents to the concerned proponent PNP. So, pag 20 or less lang, sa local level na yung disposition ng case. No? Kami na, after we preside, we now, we then notify the PNP na tapos na yung pre-demolition conference. Hindi na yung, at saka, certificate na ang PDC report na lang ang i-submit sa PNP. Meaning, hindi, in other words, hindi na yung certificate of available resettlement and allocation. Kasi, kung certificate of available resettlement and allocation, parang para in a way, meron ng interference ng judicial process. No? Kasi hindi na mai-implement ang court order demolition kung walang certificate na issue ang PCUP o walang commitment na certificate na issue ang local government na may financial assistance or relocation of the settlement. So, this time, PDC report na lang. Ang PDC report will just state how many affected families, sa anong area, ano yung case na yun, na implement ng demolition, at saka whether or not, ano yung commitment na LGU spell out ng doon. Kung merong commitment ng LGU, nag-provide ba ang local government, nag-provide ba ang any agencies authorized to demolish ng relocation or settlement or financial assistance na na-require ng batas. No? It will be up to the PNP, it will be up to the CHR, to file a case against sa mga nag-violate ng requirement na just anime demolition and eviction. PCUP will just put on record na hindi na comply ang batas. No? And then we provide a report to the Philippine National Police for them to evaluate and then decide whether or not that's in the implementation of demolition and eviction. For cases involving more than 20, balik pa rin yung process na dadaan sa office of the chairman. No? So, ang report, instead, ipapasa sa PNP, tapos ng PDC, i-withhold muna ng Field Operations Division at ipinapasa muna kay chairman, especially yung maraming mga affected families, for the office of the chairman to evaluate and to give us instruction kung paano i-handle yung case. Ano pang pwedeng gawin. Kasi mahirap kung mag-implement tayo ng demolition affecting 300 families, no? Yung social unrest, yung violence, and then it will reflect na paano natin hinahandle yung bayad na makatira doon sa area na walang security of tenure, nasa danger zone, no? Kasi mahirap nga, and then i-demolish na sila, marami, medyo magulo talaga yan, kaya the chairman wants to retain his authority to review before the final issuance of notice to the PNP that the pre-demolition conference has been conducted or already terminated.
Magandang hapon mga kababayan.
So,
Salamat po sa nakasubaybay at sa na-share po at nagla-like nitong ating live update. Ito po sa may Quezon City ngayon kung saan ito nga po yung Presidential Commission for the Urban Poor. Ayan, pinag-uusapan po no? Yung mga nais po talaga na gawin ng ating government sa ating mga nasasakupan no, ng bawat municipal mga kababayan. So yan po. So muli, magandang
local government unit
hapon sa inyo mga kababayan ko. Salamat po sa inyong pagtutok.
To arrange for the relocation of the affected families, yung mga qualified.
Pasensya na kayo mga kababayan, hindi ko pa nababasa yung mga messages. Dahil medyo tahimik lang po tayo sa ngayon.
Whether permanent or temporary.
Hilig lang po tayo mga kababayan sa mga nagiging ano dito.
After the lapse of 45
structures
days,
or
the
kanilang
court order
paliwanag
shall be implemented.
itong mga
So
official
whether meron
ng
local government or not,
Presidential Commission for the Urban Poor.
The court order can now be implemented. So sa amin sa PCUP, with the interim guidelines, we want to ensure that the 45-day period is observed. Kumbaga, nabigyan ng local government unit ng at least 45 days period within which to arrange for a temporary or permanent relocation, which is also, I know 45-day period is a very short time, no? Especially sa court order demolition, wherein the LGUs are not naka-prepare, no? Kasi biglaan yung mga court order demolition. So, the issuance of our report to the PNP, hintayin muna namin yung 45-day period for the LGU to have ample time to arrange for settlement and relocation or provision of financial assistance to the affected families. Number 4, after conduct of PDC, instead of certificate, a PDC report shall be transmitted to the proponent PNP regional office indicating therein that the PDC has been conducted. Hindi na siya certificate of availability of relocation or certificate of availability of financial assistance, no? But report lang na PDC, na-conduct na yung PDC. At saka ano yung mga commitment ng different government agencies. Also in contentious cases, no, although kahit kunti na yung affected families, pero medyo may mga gray areas sa batas na medyo kailangan pa i-resolve, no? Ganun din ang ginagawa, parang affecting more than 20 families. Pinapasa namin sa central office to give the chairman the privilege to review the case to make appropriate decision whether to go on with termination of PDC na and then notification of the PNP na tapos na ang demolition conference. Then, meron ding provision dito sa interim guidelines that the FODs shall exert all possible means to help ensure compliance with the just and humane demolition and eviction under existing laws. No? Kasi kung tingnan natin, ito, report na lang ang ibibigay sa PNP. Mag-report na lang kami na tapos na ang demolition conference. Hindi na yung certificate of availability. Kasi yung pag-certificate of availability, of course, deadlock talaga yun. Mahirap i-pursue yung implementation of demolition because walang police assistance dahil walang certificate of availability of resettlement or relocation. Well protected talaga open poor. Although, parang lalabas sa PCUP dito, in that case, na interfering with the court process. Diba? Kasi pag-deadlock na kasi walang issue ng PCUP. So, dinagdag ito provision ito sa interim guidelines na kahit na hindi na tayo nag-require, hindi na nag-issue ng certificate of availability of relocation or settlement of PCUP as requirement for endorsement, favorable endorsement to the PNP, na i-approve yung request for police assistance, dapat gawin pa rin ng mga area coordinators ng Field Operations Division ng PCUP ang lahat ng coordinative efforts, no? Lahat ng agencies, even sa landowners, to negotiate for provision of resettlement and allocation of financial assistance sa affected families para man lang ma-lessen talaga yung impact ng demolition sa kanila na talagang mai-implement na dahil nag-lapse na yung 45-day period. And then, the interim guidelines also remove the 90-day validity of the certificate of PDC certificate of PCUP. Now, as I said kanina, yung PDC certificate na pinapasa sa PNP, nag-expire yun noon. Nag-expire siya. 90 days lang. Hindi ma-implement, matawag na naman ulit ng mga different government agencies. But now, wala nang expiring. No? Although, of course, if matagalan ang pag-implement ng sheriff of the local government after the issue yung notice na nakandak ng PDC, hindi ka agad na-implement yung demolition and eviction. We still exert all our effort na i-monitor whether available pa rin yung mga assistance na ibigay na government at mga partners at the kawawang mga urban poor families ng Madalulis. So that's all for my briefer. Medyo, I think lumabas ako ng 10 minutes siguro kasi medyo
Ferdinand C. Iman, okay lang po na napahaba dahil hindi basta-basta ang ating gawain sa pre-demolition conference. Sa haba po na ito ay napondo. Ngayon ay sinasalo ng ating chairperson, Yusek Elpidio Jordan Jr. So, nais po muna natin bago po tayo dumako sa ating ikalawang nakalagay po dun sa ating programa, no? Yung presentation ng Urban Solidarity Week. Just allow me po to recognize muna yung presence ng ating mayor and their representative po, Mayor Glenda Villa Hermosa of Montreal Masbate. She's here po together with, nariyan po ba ma'am? Yes. Welcome ma'am. With her Vice Mayor Jerome Durano. Sir? And of course, thank you po. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagdalo sa ating partnership event na ito. Nais po natin banggitin din dahil pinag-usapan na rin lamang po, Chair and everyone, yung mga lawyers natin na tutulong bilang ating mga partners. Narito rin po si Attorney Christian Jeff C. Episcope. I hope well si Attorney. Siya po ang Regional Director ng CHR-NCR at magiging kabahagi at partner din po sa usaping human rights. Attorney Christian Jeff Episcope. Ayun, si Attorney, maraming salamat. Our partner from CHR, or Commission on Human Rights. And of course, ito rin po, banggitin ko na lamang din, nandito po ang ating mga PCUP ambassadors. Meron pong 13, pero sila po ay 3 po na narito. Pwede po bang tumayo para ma-recognize ang lahat ng ating mga PCUP ambassadors na narito po bilang ating kabahagi or partner din sa hapong ito, sa event na ito at sa ating mga gawain. Everyone, a round of applause for our PCUP ambassadors. Meron po akong 17 na kasama natin ang mga pangalan na narito. Maraming salamat po, Sir, Madam. Thank you very much, our PCUP ambassadors. And another ADP po para sa ating matutunghayan na presentation ng Urban Poor Solidarity Week from our PIU and ITU. Dadako na po tayo sa pagka-present ng audiovisual presentation for our UPSW 2020.
Nabasa yung comment. Sira nga eh. Sira yung cellphone mo. Naglolo ko na. Naglolo ko na.
Ang laki ng Venezuela mo. Nakikita ko kaya.
Grabe. Wala na, no? Sira nga, hindi nakababasa ng ano.
Hindi na yan. Hindi, nagihang lang yan.
Ha? Saan mo, hindi mo basa yung ano?
Ito ang Presidential Commission for the Urban Poor, Lingkod ng Maraming Tagayuso. The PCUP, the Presidential Commission for the Urban Poor, is a national government agency under the supervision of the Department of Social Welfare and Development. The Urban Poor Solidarity Week is being celebrated on December 28th of each year by virtue of Presidential Proclamation number 367. It directed the Presidential Commission for the Urban Poor to initiate its celebration and also directed all government departments, agencies, offices, and non-government organizations to extend their necessary support and cooperation for this undertaking. The UPSW celebration aims to promote greater understanding of the issues and problems of urbanization, urban poverty and squatting, and other related concerns. It is to foster unity, dialogue, and cooperation among government agencies, non-government agencies, and the urban poor communities in specific projects for the alleviation of urban poverty. Celebrating the Urban Poor Solidarity Week is recognizing our urban poor communities as partners in national development and to make them feel that the government is here to help them towards achieving their dreams of having their own lives, securing contract and duration, opening doors for livelihood and employment opportunities for their economic growth. Local government units and supported the PCUP advocacy of the UPSW celebration hold their own celebrations in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, and in the national capital region, the local government of Valenzuela, Pasay, and Caloocan have consistently celebrated this moment to speak every year. Come December 7, 2022, the Presidential Commission for the Urban Poor will be celebrating the Urban Poor Solidarity Week with the theme, ika-36 na taon ng pinag-ibayang serbisyo tungo sa programa ng Maralitang Pilipino. Pusong PBBM, Pusong Pilipino. Urban poor communities from NCR and Luzon will be attending this activity with in Mindanao who will be joining the celebration virtually. Highlight the leader message of support from His Excellency President Ferdinand Bongbong R. Marcos Jr. to inspire, encourage, and assure these communities of our President's support and love for them. Further, the UPSW celebration will pave the way for the launching of the four banner programs of the PCUP under the Marcos administration. Represented by select leaders from each region will give their message of appreciation to the President. For this year's UPSW celebration, selected urban poor organizations or UPOs that have been accredited by the PCUP will attend this momentous event. More or less 1,000 UPOs from different areas in the NCR and Luzon will gather for this activity with the help of the LGUs and other government agencies and non-government organizations. From the National Capital Region, 285 delegates from Quezon City, 50 delegates from Manila, 70 delegates from Caloocan, 40 delegates from Makati, 340 delegates from Mandaluyong, 75 delegates from Parañaque, 25 delegates from Las Piñas, 40 delegates from Muntinlupa, 50 delegates from Taguig, 50 delegates from Pateros, 30 delegates from Pasig, 60 delegates from Pasay, 40 delegates from Valenzuela, 20 delegates from Marikina, 50 delegates from Malabon, 20 delegates from Navotas, and 40 delegates from San Juan, from Luzon, 200 delegates from Laguna consisting of San Pedro, Cabuyao, and Santa Rosa, 185 delegates from Cavite, consisting of Tanzan, General Mariano Alcor, Jesse Martinez, Cavite, and Las Marias. 80 delegates from Rizal, consisting of Taytay, Rodriguez, and Antipolo, 200 delegates from San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, and 105 delegates from San Fernando and Mabalacat, Pampanga. Part of the highlights will be the awarding of the Maraming Award, which recognizes the stakeholders' significant contribution towards the successful implementation of government programs for the poor, serve as an inspiration for other stakeholders to adopt the awardees' best practices in urban development and strengthen partnership and linkages with people's organizations, national government agencies, non-government organizations, and civil society groups. The lessons to this celebration will be very meaningful as our urban poor communities have high hopes for a better future, a legacy they can be proud of up to their next generation.
Maraming salamat ITU for that presentation. So, we are looking forward to the UPSW 2022 this coming December. Ngayon po naman idarako na tayo sa pinaka-highlight ng ating event ngayong araw na ito. Two of our most esteemed and most seasoned area coordinators are chosen to moderate our open forum. Friends, they are none other than Mr. Robert Q. Bonifacio of Luzon Operations and Mr. Winston Aurelia of the NCR Operations. The floor is yours. Our panel of reactors consists of the Chief of Operations of Luzon, Director Denny Francisco, the Chief of Operations of NCR, Dr. Olympia Micor, and Joseph Jojo Arthur Jr.
Afternoon po, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Siyempre, kasamahan ko po sa ating pong forum ngayong hapon ay ang aking kaibigan at isang mga host ng PCUP, si Mr. Winston Morelia. So, magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. So, siyempre, i-recognize na po muna namin ang ating mga officials sa PCUP sa pangunguna po ng ating chairperson and CEO, si Undersecretary del Pino Jr., ang ating pong mga commissioners, una po ni Commissioner Ray Galupo, Commissioner Andre Kayag, Commissioner Paulo Guapo, and Commissioner Benedictus Chan. At sa ating pong mga kasama ng officials, sa Presidential Commission for the Urban Poor, at sa ating pong mga chief operations na naririto, sa pumuno po ng aming chief operations ng National Capital Region, sa pumuno po ni Miss Olympia Vigor, ang aming pong chief operations mula po sa Field Operations Division for Luzon, ang ating pong chief operations si Sir Del Francisco, at ang ating pong chief operations from Chief Operations Division for Mindanao, si Attorney Ferdinand Iman. Unfortunately, meron po tayong chief operations from Visayas, hindi lang po siya nakarating ngayong hapon. So, may invite ang ating po magiging panelist, no? Para po mag-respond po sa mga questions. Panelist po sila, reactors, hindi po sila respondent, no? Kasi po sanay na kami sa PDC, no? So respondent na po yung ano. So Sir Winston.
So, good afternoon everybody. Kasi everyone must be feeling intimidated kasi pinakilala namin yung mga bago namin kakuruan. And of course, with a lot of lawyers, let us not be intimidated. So, as much as we wanted to have this open forum, we cannot be so open if we were not so relaxed. So, when tayo magtagalog, para masabi natin yung mga issues natin, pertinent to what is discussed by Attorney Ivan kanina.
So, para po maging orderly at facilitate po natin ang tayo sa ating open forum today. Meron lang po tayong kaunting mga rules na dapat po natin sundin. So, ang bawat magtatanong po ay bibigyan po natin ng pagkakataon na makapag-raise po ng questions na 2 questions po and follow-up question. This is para po mabigyan natin ng pagkakataon ang lahat ng gusto po magtanong para po sila makapagbigay ng kanilang mga sarili katanungan. If ever, meron pa po tayong time at meron tapos na po natin, natatanong na po natin yung mga napuna na nag-raise ng hands, magkakaroon po tayo ng second round. Kasi kung hindi po naman ninyo hindi po na itanong, yung mga questions na gusto po nyo po itanong, bibigyan po ulit namin kayo ng chance na makapagtanong.
We have requested our secretariat to somehow write your questions. It may be Tagalog, kung gusto nyo mag-mic, mag-discover, pwede nyo isulat and give it to us. And then yung secretariat, yung Marie, isulat sila, no? Para dun sa mga nasagot na tanong, halimbawa, pwede hindi na ulitin, except for case-specific questions. Pwede na naman yung tanongin sa hearing coordinators na area, at nandito yung ating mga LGU counterparts, no?
Pag sa pagkas po nyo ng question, please state your name at kung saan po kayo nanggaling na LGU or kung anong organizations po kayo nanggaling. Yun lang po ang kailangan nyo sabihin, no? Hindi po na sabihin ng personal circumstances. No? So, direct questions po, ang ating po hinihiling, kaya po nung sinasabi ni Rizon kanina, unless ang ating po mga question ay case-specific o kailangan po ng mga facts. Ano po? Doon naman po sa medyo nahihiya po ng question. So, meron po tayo mga secretariat na mag-distribute po ng papel na to, para maisulat po ninyo yung inyong mga questions at kung may mga sapat pa po tayong time, from time to time, sisingit po natin ang inyong mga questions para kami na po magparating po sa aking pangalan ng reactors. Okay po ba? Sige po. So to start, siguro po ang gagawin na lang is to raise your hands. No? I-taas nyo na lang po yung mga kamay. At may mga mag-assist po sa atin, si Rodel and
we have the first upaw head, no? Na magtatanong si Mamalita from Lupa.
Sige ba? Sa mga tawag na lang si Ma'am ng ako na lang si Ma'am ng microphone, please.
Actually po, hindi tanong.
Sabihin ko.
Kasi very, naman kami, active kami at may good work relationship kami with the PCUP. Yung presentation lang po yung gumawa ng ABP, no? Ba't hindi kami nakalagay doon? Meron lang kami ordinance para dyan sa PCUP, para kami ESD. Every first Thursday of December. Every December 1, meron kami USD. That's our celebration.
Palakpakan natin kung ito pa.
Pagpapanin natin ang konting lupa. Pagpapanin po ninyo sa pagkakalap po ninyo yung ating preparation for this activity. Medyo mabilisan din lang po kasi sa totoo lang, ang magustuhan po ng aming chairperson ay makaharap po kayo lahat kaagad. At nagsagranon ay kung ano man po ang dapat natin pag-partner ay makaaayos po natin. No? So, and then doon sa mga mag-aas ng question, please, pakisabi po ninyo kung sino po yung gusto nyo mag-respond doon sa inyo.
Kasi may bandang ano,
po? Sige po, meron po ba? Pakitaas po ang inyong kamay.
Lapit ko dito sana.
Doon sa mga kasamahan natin sa secretariat, si Udel at si Clark. So please, lapitan nyo lang po yung magtatanong. So, para ho malapitan po kayo, hindi na kayo lalayo din sa inyong mga pwesto. So, meron po ba?
Ito po yung
First question po.
PCUP.
Isa
po, program. Ito po yung ginagawa ko. Program na kabahay ni ating Pangulo, BBM po. No?
Actually, we have 3 families that have court order. Itong tatlong pamilya to belong to community formation program. They are the recalcitrant. Laban sila sa association, hindi sila naniniwala, and then may court order na sila. The order was released prior to pandemic. But until now, di pa sila na-evade. We have a letter coming from PCUP. They assess itong mga kaso lang na to na they belong to under privilege. Sabi ko nga a while ago, under privilege assess by the SWD. And this kaso plan belong Pateros is the only municipality in SCR. We are incapacitated by the assistance. At the same time, the relocation site namin is for ISS that were relocated because they're needy in labor rates. If Pateros is incapacitated to give financial assistance and to give relocation site, will it not be impossible na i-evade itong mga kaso na ito? Kasi wala kami incapacitate kami para doon sa relocation site.
Ikaw ka mag-sure
At the
doon.
same time,
Kasi tayong sa listahan eh. Sige, dito na muna. I-confirm mo muna yung kay ano kay...
Nakapupunta tayo doon.
Oo, ikaw na mag-confirm. Ikaw mag-confirm.
Ang ibig kong sabihin nito, hindi na yung mga kaso dahil incapacitate kami.
Sige po. I think the case ay sa NCR, so bigyan mo natin ng pagkakataon si Chair, kung gusto mo sagutin ni Chair, or direkta si Chief of Operations o si Ms. Pia yung sasagot ko tungkol sa inyong pagkakataon. Ms. Pia, please.
Okay, magandang hapon po sa lahat. So, maraming salamat Ma'am Nina for raising that question. Una po sa lahat, pag sinabi po natin Community Mortgage Program, isa na po ito sa programa ng pamahalaan patungkol sa socialized housing. Ibig sabihin po, ang mga benepisyaryo ng ating CNP ay nagmula na po talaga sa mga mahihirap na pamilya. So, properly accorded na po sila ng benepisyo nila according po sa Section 28 ng ating whut. So happen lang po na tinatawag po natin sila ng mga recalcitrant. So if ever po na magkaroon tayo ng presidential conference at sila po ay mapabilang kasi sinasabi na talagang mahirap na accorded naman po talaga sa kanila yung benepisyo ng socialized housing through CNP. Tanong niyo po ay kung hindi police po ba sila o may evict. So sa proseso po natin na pinagdaanan, pag tinignan po natin sa batas, ang pag-avail po natin ng panlipo ng pabahay ng pamahalaan ay minsan lang po. At ito po ay nangyari na sa pamamagitan po ng kanilang magiging beneficiaryo ng CNP o Community Mortgage Program. So nasa pamilya na po
naman ako kami, no?
kung bakit po sila hindi makakatanggap ng benepisyo sa pamahalaan. So ang sagot ko po doon ay maaari po sila evict sa kanilang proyekto ng CNP at nasa lokal ng pamahalaan na lang po ng Pateros ang kanilang mga sandalan, mabigyan po sila ng ibang benepisyo aside po doon sa nasasaad sa Urban Development and Housing Act 1990. Salamat po.
Okay, thank you po. Sagot po ba yung inyong panagalan? O ibig sabihin nun, di ba, sa kanyang pagtulog is that tapos na po yung proseso ng socialized housing pagdating sa kanya. Makag-iusip po ng PCUP at documentary requirements ng hihigit is certification para yung sinunod asset na sa proyekto na CNP. That's why we are already disqualified to avail of the avail po noong section 38 yung mandatory. Okay po, so yun lang po siguro yung kakailangan ni Ma'am Pia to support that. Hindi naman po, wala naman kami dokumento doon na sila yung beneficiary. So kailangan lang po natin.
Pwede interview. Ako interview nyo siya maganda.
So pwede po, basta kaibigay lang po, papasok po sa coverage. Papasok lang po sa coverage po ng mandatory na.
The youngest. Ang pinakabatang content.
Okay na po. Thank you. Meron po kayo follow-up question? Wala na po.
Wala pa yung interview niya.
Service to.
Remember pag may
So tayo naman po mga
pwede mo
natin bumawi. So, yung mga taga-Luzon, si Miss Lisa, meron pa mga katanungan? Sir baka may katanungan si Sir para mag-tipolo. Sir, ibigyan ka ng pagkakataon niya para makapagbigay ng katanungan po sa aking mga katanungan. Sir?
Okay po, good afternoon po. Katulad din ang tanong kay ng Pateros, sir. Meron kami quick accumulation dito sa Dipolo. With take-out project na rin po ito. More than 90 family in one community. Yun po ang ito. Sabi nga po natin, ito yung nasa CMP program, ito na rin po yung relocation na tinatawag natin ang whut. Ngayon po, matagal-tagal na rin po ito hindi na i-implement. Ang isang burden po rito ay yung aming relocation. Wala po kami maribigay na relocation. And then, financial assistance. Lagi po namumulit sa amin yung team o yung association. Ano po ang pwede natin tulong na magagawa po dito?
Chair or the supervisor of the sige, sabi naman po ni Chair, dito ko rin yung video.
Sige po, same yung same yung question nyo. So, yung situation niya, marami na, medyo malaki po yun. Kung meron ka kami sa technical debate, kaya naman umami yung regards trust, pero tinatanong ka ba ganun kadami. Pero anyway, naiintindihan po namin hindi kasi yung samahan, kasi alam niyo po yung mortgage program. Ang haba po ng proseso niya bago siya nag-take out. Tapos yung mga recalcitrants, ito po yung mga hindi sumama from the start sa proyekto. So inayawan nila yung proyekto, diba? I think most of the LGUs alam po yan. So, ang hindi maganda sa kanya, kasi may guidelines mo dapat ang CNP na meron siyang special board na mag-handle dyan. Pero ang nangyari,
sa regular board din siya. So yung checkment niya, ang tagal, yung proseso niya. I think sa submit deposit na pinapagiging kasama din ilang years na po yan, bago nagkaroon ng decision. So, tinawagan na rin po ni former Congressman Arez Santiago, kasi ang puro magagawa. So sa PDC kasi siya, i-discuss. So ang sabi ko, initially, mag-coordinate po sa MCU para po sa assistance. But ang problema, sabi nga natin, pag-legal kasi, medyo gray area siya. Pero sa ating kasi, yung sinabi na ni Miss Pia kanina, disqualified na siya kasi parang relate po niya yung yung kanyang right na magkaroon ng lupa. As I remember, kasama din, meron tayong PDC na ganyan din. Dahil nililipat natin sa isang CMP project din, no? Legal. Pero ang problema, wala nang tumagal na samahan. Kasi nga, alam na legal eh, so baka magulo yung samahan. May history. So yun po yung problema sa kanya. So I think, sa PDC naman kasi, let's go back to sa objective ng PDC. Ang objective po niya is to ensure lang na yung implementation ng regulation is peaceful. So as much as possible, voluntary. Tingin ko kailangan kung dumaan siya sa conference, paliwanag lang kung bakit sila ay hindi entitled. Tapos, siguro it would help kung para ma-encourage sa voluntary. Magbigay kahit pa paano. Ang consideration lang, hindi sinis kasi. So, sinadjust mo sa plaintiff ay nagre-reconsider. Pero yung bibigay man, assistance, hindi po siya as mandated by the law. So, for consideration lang, po siya. Siguro kailangan ay